Skills Unlimited and Corey Lee for being here tonight as well. And I think that's it for the VIPs tonight. Just kidding. Tonight we're very proud to welcome up here to the stage. He has played in the National Football League. He has been out there where you gentlemen are sitting right now. He has played on the biggest stage in sports. He also can be heard on the radio. He is one of the stars of the Lavar and Duke Show on 106.7 WJFK. Ladies and gentlemen, the Maryland Army National Guard Crab Bowl is very proud to present to you former Washington Redskin number 56, Lavar Arrington.
As everyone before me came, I will echo the same sentiments. That song is a difficult one to follow, but I'm going to try. Okay, all right. So how's everybody doing? That's good. I start slow, but I end fast, just so y'all know. Congratulations there. Look, 2 and 2. All right, some people got it. Congratulations, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause and the people that are supporting you with you. Good acknowledgments for all of the sponsors, National Guard, and all the people that have coordinated this to put this wonderful event together. I can remember playing in a high school game called the Big 33. Where Pennsylvania played Ohio. It was a big deal for a little while, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun to play in that game. It was a great preview of what was to come because there was such a high level of talent. So I don't expect that to be any different in this room. But let's go a little bit further into this, right? Let's go back to the beginning, because you guys are special, and I want you to understand why you're special. Because I think we're all the same. So I got some pretty interesting stories. Just to get things started, I give you one of my best stories. It's coming. I think you're gonna like it too. I hope y'all like it. So it was, well, I don't remember the year, but I was 9 years old. And that was when I really decided I wanted to play football. 9 years old, so I'm out in my front yard running around with a football, and I realized that I was going to be destined to be an All-American. I was going to be an All-Pro. You guys are wondering how I knew this at 9 years old. I know that. You all are. I can feel it. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all. So I took my football and my plastic helmet, and if I was lucky on a Sunday after watching games, I could get the neighbor to come out and play with me. We played full, all-out tackle football. All right? And I'm telling you, we kept scoring everything. Well, I kept scoring. So I remember this one Sunday in particular, and this was when I knew I was going to be all those things. I think I ran for 590 some yards in the game. I think I had like 10, 15 touchdowns. Now this is all in one game, y'all. One game. I was halfway to 1,000. All right, scoring records, everything. 9 years old. We finished the game. I beat the kid. I don't know what the score was, but he didn't score. I was ramming him, he couldn't score. So I told him, Matt Young was his name. So I dapped him up, said, maybe I'll see you during the week or whatever, 5 o'clock. I go inside the house, tell my mom and dad, I said, Mom, I'm gonna get you a house one day. I know I got this, because I can ball, Mom. I can ball. She's like, yeah, you was outside playing again. Yeah, I was. When you gonna start playing against guys your own age? So does that matter? Baby, be He's 5. So he put on the helmet and he came out. He was fair game. And I knew then that I was going to be the man. I'm joking. I thought I was. So anyways, I started suiting up, playing with real pads. But the cool thing was, being an athlete, you kind of, you pick and choose what you think is a good sport to play. And it's like, nah, I'm going to play basketball, or I guess around here it could be lacrosse. I ain't had lacrosse. I ain't had lacrosse. But we had football, basketball, you know, the normal stuff, t-ball, baseball stuff. But one thing I thought that was really, really cool was my dad was a military guy. You know, he served his time in Vietnam. And so here's where I get serious, right? So hopefully that was a good laugh. I started to realize if I did want to pursue a dream of being the best that I could be, it was going to take dedication. It was going to take focus. The interesting thing about that was I was blessed enough to have a father and a mother that really impressed upon me to be that guy. It's an interesting quote, right? It's a quote that I live by, and I heard it in a prayer one time, and I never forgot it. So I like to keep things simple and easy so you guys can remember it as well. Quote I'm paraphrasing, but the quote was, every moment that you make, enjoy that moment, because you'll never have that moment again. Every day that you live, make that the best day that you've lived, because you'll never see that day ever again in your life. And I remembered that because I was like, man, like, if you really think about it, when this dinner is over and you being recognized for your accomplishments, when this dinner's over, this dinner's done. It's a moment that will be gone forever. The music playing in the other ballroom, all the stuff that's going on, it'll never be a part of your life ever again in this moment. Think about it. That moment you just had, gone. That quick. So the interesting thing is, you know, I understood it, but I liked it, but I had to grow into it and really understand it. And then it led me to thinking about my father. I get back to my father being a military guy. He went to Nam, he was in the Army, and that was a war that wasn't really popular. So the heroes of that war, it was looked at a little differently than how things are now. You know, my father lost a foot and a leg in Vietnam fighting for the freedom of our country. And you know, the interesting lessons that I learned, which are too many to list, but the cool thing about him was I never knew that he was different. And I always used to question and wonder why I was so different from him. And he used to always talk to us about staying focused, being respectful, doing the things that matter, even at a young age. And a little bit of it was there, a little bit of it wasn't. I mean, you know what it is to grow up. You don't always get it the right way the first time around. But the cool thing about football was I had started to play a game where I could relate the stories that my father would tell me to something that I was doing. It was the coolest thing, because my dad would always say, you know, son, I used to be tired, I'd be ready to go to sleep, you couldn't fall asleep. You know, you had to know your opponent, you had to be a team, you had to trust. It's like, man, I understand what you're saying, but I really didn't get it until I started playing ball. You know how special you guys are that you're sitting in here right now? It was the one time, it was one place where race didn't matter, how much money your parents had didn't matter. It didn't matter where you lived. What mattered was we were a team. And being together meant that we had a chance to do something special. You guys have opportunities in front of you right now. And I'm not asking you to understand the magnitude of what it is that you have going on in your life, but it's significant. Everyone in here that is playing in this game has the ability to impact and affect somebody's life. That's heavy. So your responsibility isn't just to yourself to be a good person, to work hard, do things the right way. That responsibility isn't solely just for you. Now, there may be people that disagree with my frame of thought, and that's fine. Everybody's allowed to have an opinion. But I always made it a point to understand that there was somebody watching me. There was always somebody watching. I just heard a story tonight. Somebody was watching me. Said his deal was to watch me write about what I did during the course of a game. Somebody's watching you. I used to always, as I got older and took those lessons that my father taught to me and my mom, I ultimately looked at how I did what I was doing. Because I always wanted to be in a place where somebody wanted to be like me. Anybody out there think that way? Many people think that way. I want somebody to be like me, right? I want you to be like me the wrong way, though. So as I was doing these things that you're doing, sitting at dinners, getting ready for games, looking at what college I was going to go to, what it was I was going to be in life, sure, it's about being the best that you could possibly be on the football field. Because that's the one place where sometimes, quite frankly, it's the only place where it makes sense, where you can fit in. I get it. But what makes us special, not only the fact that we impact other people's lives, but the lessons that we learn. You know, we're going through a time now where this isn't a given that we have great people gathered in a room for this sport. We see what's going on. All these head injury epidemics, these stories, people don't want their kids playing anymore. We had these tragedies taking place in the National Football League with these players. It's not good. It's not good. But this is what's important. It's not the sport of football that's the problem. All right? What it is understanding who you are. Believing in your abilities. And that means on the field, that means off the field. Take the same type of intensity that you take into those weight rooms and onto the field. Take that same intensity and apply that to developing yourself as a person. And in the long run, it's going to make you a better football player anyway. And that's important. It's important to be great representation. Not good, but great. Whether you play D1, D2, D3, playing the National Football League, the bottom line is, no matter where you go, we are all still family. And you earned that by playing. So you are all my brothers. I look at you no different than when I see Ray, when I see him. Or no different when I talk to RG3. Or anybody else that I talk to. It's no different because we all had to do the same things. You have the power to make a difference, each and every last one of you. Each and every last one of you. And I just want to leave you guys with this. Somebody in here hears what I'm saying. I don't know if it's everybody, but somebody hears me. And somebody's going to work to make a difference. I could sit here and try to justify what I'm saying to you by my accomplishments. Y'all want to hear what I did? I can tell y'all real quick. When I was in high school, I was the National Player of the Year. The best. I grew up in Pittsburgh, but I was voted the best even with Maryland football players. I was the best. I went to college. I became the best again. 2 years, 3 years. Was it 2 or 3? Doesn't matter. Because when you're the best, you're the best. The point is, shit, I was Paul. The point is, if you take what you're doing and you put it in your heart and you let that be your guide and you take pride and you put passion into that, I don't know where you're going to end up, but it's going to take you to a great place. Don't ever look at your shortcomings as failure. Everything serves, and what we do, everything serves as a training tool. So you didn't fail, you merely needed to learn so that you didn't have the same situation again. Those of you that are able to apply that ability to take a setback and use it as a setup are going to be the ones that may go further than the others. That's a reality. That's a reality. It's not just a... I'm gonna close with this, because that's a good one. It's not just enough to want it. There has to be a whole lot of actions that goes with that one. Who heard what I just said? What did I say? All the players in the room? I want to hear you say this. Repeat after me. Y'all ready? It's not just the one. Yeah, y'all don't care. It's not just the one, but it's the actions that go with the want. Say it one more time, just so I can hear you. Just so I can feel like I was going out into the game with y'all to play. It's not just the want, but it's the actions that go with the want. I hope y'all remember that, write it down. I'll tell you what, because there are a lot of times where you're going to question where you're at, where you may be going, why things are happening the way that they're happening. But if you continue to put those actions in play for what it is that your want is, I'm living proof. You can do it. You can do it. There's nothing or no one if your want is matched or exceeded by your actions. Y'all hear me? I wish you guys all the luck in the world. I promise you, you guys doing what you do keeps me alive. I've been retired since 2006. I didn't tell y'all my pro accolades. I want to know those too. I'll tell y'all those real quick. I went number 2 in the draft. You know, like when they come up to the podium, hey, welcome to the National Football League's NFL Draft, everybody, and everybody starts screaming and stuff. They called me second. Like I wasn't there long, like I came in, got back up, and I was out. I had a couple Pro Bowls too, 3 to be exact. First selection, not an alternate. That means I was picked to go, not a fill-in. And I do have all pro selection. But you know what's even better than that? I'll tell you what's even better than that. I said I was going to lead y'all with something and then walk off, but I just feel like I need to give it to you. What's even better than all of those accomplishments is the fact that I'm to an age now, if y'all can't tell by the grades, I'm at an age now where all those years ago when I took pictures, I took the time to take pictures and shake hands and sign autographs and be a mentor and go to schools and talk to kids and do the things that I felt really matter. You know, I've had not 1, not 2, not 3. I have actually had 4 young men during my time come to me, show me a picture of when they were a little scrawny dude. And I mean scrawny. I had one, we put our muscles up. He's standing there with me, he's about that tall, we're putting our muscles up. Kid tells me one day I'm gonna be as good as you. He ended up going number 11 in the NFL draft a few years back, like 5 years ago. I had another one. Getting paid now too, he just got a new contract. And I have another one who's going to Florida State to play next year. And I got a few in school right now. And I look at these pictures, and that picture and that moment means more to me to know that I had such an impact on that young man's life that he would actually pursue his dreams to the capacity of what he did. That outweighs any Pro Bowl, any All-Pro, any other accomplishment. It outweighs. My last quote, and then I'm walking away. Make a tackle, make $1 million. Run fast, make millions of dollars. Shoot a ball, hit a ball, make millions. Change a person's life. What is that, people? Y'all have a good evening, all right?